good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys doing? What's going on? Welcome to episode 22 of Merchants of Novigrad, a bi-weekly podcast where we discuss everything Gwent. Today with me, my brother from another mother, Hesser Tavern. And as you guys can see, we have not one but two amazing guests coming from the distant lands of non-English Twitch, Dorka and Satshime. How are you doing, guys? What's going on?
Everything is fine. How about you?
Yeah, it's scary to be here.
It's only okay to be here. Only okay. Just could be worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Before we get into it, guys, as always, a few words for our viewers. Guys, if you have any questions for our guests, you can ask them in chat. Hesser has been charged with the task of collecting the more interesting ones. And
Yes,
obviously, if you want to stay in touch off stream, you can follow us on Twitter at Novigrad Podcast. And if YouTube or Spotify are places where you would rather watch or listen to this episode, it's going to be uploaded onto these and a couple more platforms either tonight or tomorrow. And with that being said, I think it's time to get into the first segment of our podcast, which is What Have You Been Up To? So let's start with Dorka. How is the new guinea pig coming along? The guinea pig video, not the guinea
video.
pig. Like you're not molding them in your new basement.
I will record video tomorrow, I think. So I will upload this next week. I hope so. I will have enough time to put everything together. So yeah, I hope so.
And what was actually the idea behind the channel? Because most Gwent content creators will still produce Gwent content for YouTube, and your YouTube channel is something completely different.
Yeah, I mean, the idea was like not too much people in Poland have sources with information about guinea pig, and most of the time guinea pigs have like hard time with their owners in Poland because they are treated like something like pet for kids, something like this. So they are like very poor for me, and I wanted to make a space when you can find some information about them, how to care them how to care the care tips and what they can eat, stuff like this. So everyone can find some information, something like this. Like just show how the guinea pig's life looks like.
Yeah, I have only one source of information about guinea pigs, and it's not the source of information you want to know about, because it's my friend who was born in Ecuador, where guinea pigs are a local specialty.
No. Bleh.
I've never had it, never tried, but I heard it's good.
Never tried.
I think
I had one. It got eaten by a dog.
At some point in the future, me and my friend will go to visit his family in Guayaquil, which is a city in Ecuador, and we'll have to try.
No, never. Boy.
Nope. Don't leaving the stream.
No, no, eating guinea pigs is not good. No, they are too cute for this. Like, so cute. You can't eat this. Like, you don't eat cats or dogs, right? Because they are too cute. So guinea pigs is the same.
Southern China, they do.
Yeah.
I know, but it's.
Okay, changing the topic.
Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah,
how is your quest to find all the Witcher buildings in Gdańsk? Because that's something we did discuss the last couple of weeks.
I don't remember too much from The Witcher, like how Novigrad looks like, and it's like I need to refresh the series and just check out I guess a lot of buildings are from Witcher in Gdańsk. Yeah, of course. I already find like two of them, like something very similar to Vivaldi Bank, and this wood something, I don't know how to call it.
The crane. Yeah, the crane is
yeah, this.
And actually, it's not the first time they did it, because if you play The Witcher 2, there is a very, very similar crane in Falcao.
Yeah, it's like only Novigrad should have this.
Hesser's smiling because he did not play The Witcher 2.
Oh.
What? I did.
False accusations, fake news.
Fake news, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of news, Satshime, I was watching your stream this week, and one thing I noticed is the brace on your hand.
Yeah, it's for my hand because it was hurting when I sit at the computer a lot. I think it's tunnel syndrome or how it's called, but it's not like I'm dying out of pain or something. It's just hurting a bit, and when I hold my mouse, I think I do it wrong, so it helps me to do it in proper position. Right now, I'm not wearing it because I don't need to use mouse a lot, so. Yeah, it's better because of this brace. So thanks for asking.
But I was wondering because it's quite unusual for a CCG player. Like mostly you're gonna see people wearing brace when playing something like Dota or League of Legends or Counter-Strike, a game with a lot of action. And Gwent is not really this kind of game. So do you do like some other work that requires you to use your mouse a lot?
I played League of Legends, Overwatch a lot in past, and I think it's kind of still there. And when I sit at the computer for like 5 hours without, oh my god, I forgot the word.
The brace, right?
No. I just needed to hold it in proper position. I don't use it without a stream because I can just when I feel a bit of pain, I can just go and do something else. I don't need to sit at the computer. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know
So
what
it's
you
for
mean.
stream.
It's important to take breaks because
Yeah.
what we are mostly doing as content creators is just sitting in front of our computer for hours on no end. So if you take a break every now and then, you're gonna be fine. I think.
Yeah. I think so.
Another question, and this time to my boy Hesser. You've been doing some voiceovers as of recently, some touristy stuff like translating some ads. Can you shed some more light onto what you've been doing as of late?
Yeah, that's actually funny stuff because I have like a lot of regular clients and doing some translations for them. And I've obviously realized what's the topic of these translations. And I know that they're preparing some ads and some subtitles for the videos as well. So I like kind of came up with an offer on my own. So maybe I could do the voiceovers as well, right? Because they were like splitting the job. I was doing the translating and some other guys were doing the voiceover in Polish. That was in Polish. And I thought, yeah, why not? I could try that as well, right? And it's going to be cheaper than your other clients. So they said, sure, send us some samples and we're going to decide. And yeah, and they took it, actually. They took it. So I'm doing some voiceovers right now in Polish for some videos. I'm not going to share them with you, but maybe you're going to find them at some point somewhere in the internet with my voiceover.
Yeah, before Hesser is going to voice Gwent cards.
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
Cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I'd love
why
to.
not? You've been doing work for CTPR for so long. They owe you a card.
Yeah.
I can already imagine it. Novigradian merchant.
Yeah, that'd be great, man.
Or master of languages.
I have to talk to Buja about that.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to. Okay, guys, I think we covered this segment already. There is no Rona news. There's no Corona stuff we need to discuss this time around. Right? We always do. I don't think so, right?
Yeah, let's skip that part.
There's no significant news on that front. So let's move to the next segment, which is what's happening in Gwent. And despite there not being an expansion in the last couple of months, there's actually a lot of things happening. So the first topic I would like to discuss are the new or reworked leaders. So the question for all of you is, it's been a month or slightly over a month since more than a dozen leaders got reworked. What's your overall impression of these changes?
I like the new passive forest squatter leader. I mean, symbiosis leader.
Yeah, nature's gift. That's the leader.
Yeah. Passive with strengths is so, I don't know. It feels good to play with it. But Dana ability, it's so boring, I think. I feel like CD Projekt missed an opportunity to make it more interesting, like it was before, when you have different decks in starter decks, and it works with that. And right now it's just Dana for 6 points. It's so boring. I don't know. And about other abilities, I think that Shudwall and Skellige one with Rain were too strong, but other ones, I don't know. They feel like a bit similar to each other. I don't know. I think I need time to understand how I feel about them.
Yeah, makes sense. Absolutely, I agree with the symbiosis. I think this one is the best one. I think from this batch, and I really like the passive one. Right, the passive ability for the leaders. It should be something that should be added to the other ones as well. Gives like something unique to the leader and to the archetype as well. And yeah, I'd love to see some more of that with the other leaders too.
So I think we need to set something straight here, because you said Dana is 6 points. I think the point is to actually play something like Waters of Brooklyn and get the engines, and they play Dana for
because she have relics.
She's a relic.
Yeah, so she missed all the harmony stuff, and she have harmony. Yeah, it is, but harmony is not back, and this is like, for me this is weird, because I thought like, yeah, they changed harmony, they bring it back, but no one play it, and this is weird for me.
Yeah.
Like, why harmony is not good, like that was in the past? Like, why?
I think because symbiosis is just better.
Yeah, it's better. Of course it is.
It's more fun to play too.
Yeah, and symbiosis can just counter the harmony very easily. So yeah.
Yeah, I think every deck where you have this kind of end game goal, like in Symbiosis, where just get your engines going, it's more fun to play.
Yeah. Well, if they like added something passive, for example, to the Frost, maybe, right? There it might be better as well. It was like pretty interesting on paper, but it's still low tempo. And it turned out to be not competitive, right? But that was another one that I was thinking is going to be fine. The same goes for the mushroom one, right?
Yeah, mushroom one, Battle Trance, and I like the idea to bring the weather back to the game, like we have it. So it's cool for me, because that was in beta, and this is one of those things I miss it. And I really like the White Frost, but most of the time Frost is just don't making points because of the shield wall and great swords and all the armor stuff. So it's like, on paper White Frost is very good, but not in the practice. Like,
I think weather in general suffers from similar issues as imprisonment or imposter. Like on paper it seems really good, but then you realize how many units there are with Veil, so you cannot lock them at all. And then you have Frost, and
but imposter is
as you just said, you have shield, you have armor, and you're just not getting points out of it.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, though I have to say, I like the new Morph run. Pretty cool.
Like, yeah, Morvan is quite cool, but still, like, you need to have like a lot of soldiers to be worth. Like, I wanna make like this soldier machine gun deck with Morvan, because that would be so cool. Like, you play him and all of them shoot, like how the name is of this card. They have 2 armor. I played this deck, and this is like so cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just assume, okay, he's a soldier leader. And for me, the new Morvran, the new tactical decision, is more of an assimilate guy, because it's a card that was not in your starting deck. So you can play Glynis or some other engines, and then you can play Morvran, and it's gonna trigger assimilate.
They are will boost. Yeah, it's a cool idea too, but
which is pretty cool,
machine
because
gun is better.
I mean, I love assimilate, but the problem was always you had like all those bad cards in your deck, like battle prep or turning joust that you're not sure you're gonna use and it's not gonna trigger assimilate. 4 provision cards. Now you can basically fix your round 3 hand with Morven, plus get some assimilate triggers. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Also, you can play Usurper for exactly a lot of points plus assimilate triggers. Because the second and third form were not in your starting deck, so it also triggers assimilate.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But you mentioned Shield Wall, and I think we have some questions about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell that Shield Wall is obviously like too good, and right now there should be probably some changes, and the recent change, it doesn't feel like it makes it less oppressive. What do you think about the recent provision reduction, guys?
I mean, like 1 points don't matter. Like it's matter like nothing. It's just doesn't matter. Like 1 point less provision is like it's to nothing. Okay, so I think like Shield Wall is very good, but not crazy OP. Like bigger problem is the units you can play with them, like Amaze or Zedgirk. So yeah, but for me, like the main problem is like we don't have too much like 1 point damage unit to just kill the shield, like remove the
Take
shield.
down the shield and then kill the unit.
Yeah, we just don't have too much of them. Like we have this Skoya leader, one leader from Skellige, and that's it.
I mean,
So,
you
yeah,
also have
it's-
cards like Giga Scorpion.
Yeah, and this is like again Skellige can deal with it, but not like I don't know monsters or which version like Syndicate. So not everyone can deal with shield, and this is like the main problem. Like we just don't have like 1 point damage stuff. Yeah, that's what I think.
It feels like only like Nilfgaard has the best tool set to deal with these shields,
Yeah, you have
and the
Turning
other ones
Joust.
are struggling, right?
But I think the main problem here is that if you look at Amaze specifically, it doesn't matter because it all happens in 1 turn.
Yeah, anyway. But when you try to project like your engines, something like this, Bisovoda, for example.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that makes him 5, so you cannot joust him.
Yeah.
Rip.
I feel like Shield Wall isn't that strong. It's just really a 9. That's it, and it influences the meta. I think like half of the decks were made to counter Shield Wall. It's not okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not really about the leader itself. It's about the interaction with several NR cards, and it's actually funny because whenever you mention that NR has like way too many OP golds, and people are like, no, they don't. You can clearly tell who's playing Shield Wall right now. So yeah, let's focus on these cards maybe, because as we already established, the leader itself is not really a problem, but there is a number of questionable cards, questionable golds specifically, that really benefit from that status. Amaze, Seltkirk, Visigoda, and probably a couple of others. You think those cards
Like
should be changed in a way?
I mean, the cards are not the problem for me. Like, if they should change that leader, like not like shield but armor instead, so that could be better because you can deal with armor easier than with shield because of this 1 point damage, stuff I talked before. So for me, like cards are not the problem. Like the shield is dead because shield is OP for me because you can like I don't know. Never mind.
I think shield is mostly a problem because of dueling, right? Because you are not taking damage.
Yeah, and this is like that's why armor could be better.
But then
like,
there's no synergies
armor.
with armor.
Yeah, but still, like duel with armor is better than duel without armor, but it's a little bit worse than duel with shield. So it's still like good leader, but not that crazy OP with like dual cards.
Yeah. But the thing with Shield is just like Quen with in the beta, right? It was really oppressive, and they decided to remove that. And currently, they like brought it back with the triple force, right?
Yeah.
So you can just drop some stuff on the board and just protect it effectively, easily. So yeah, if you compare that leader to the other leaders, you can see that there is the power creep as well, right? Because usually with the leader, you can protect only one unit, or I don't know, maybe two units, right? And here you're dropping that all the time, right? There's just not enough removal.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it's so complex. It's NR got too many good things in last patch. It like got a best echo card, one of the best evolution card, really good bronzes.
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Both is crazy.
So many stuff and a good leader ability, and everything is just overwhelming a bit. And
yeah, if you look at an R and also at Skellige to a certain degree, you feel like every card matters. There's no bad cards in your deck.
Yeah.
Which is not really the case in many other factions, because you still have those 4 provision cards that you don't want to draw.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling when you just gun this card and like, oh, please don't come back.
And they then come back in round 3 and you're just losing the game.
And then you realize there's no blacklisting, so you just draw another copy.
I miss blacklisting so much. Oh my god.
Yeah, I understand why we don't have it, because we have only 2 copies, and if we could blacklist something, we just draw like all goals every game. And this is like, okay, that could be fun, but it's not about it. Like, it could be like too much, I think.
Yeah, every game, every match will be the same.
Yeah,
in a way. I mean, we are still getting there with certain echo cards, and with Mada, with Oniromancy. The consistency just keeps increasing.
Yeah, and I like this way. Like, consistency is both like in the start when the Homecoming just show up. How to say it?
When it was released.
Yeah, we didn't have like almost any of consistency in deck, like, and that was so sad, because this is like draft your goals. Like, if you will get enough luck, then you win, and that was it. And now you can just, you know how to deal with something. Like, you just.
I mean, you had plenty of consistency in early Homecoming. Just play the Witchers and Roach.
Yeah. No, that was so sad. Like, I hate this.
Every game was the same. That's opening move, Witchers, Roach.
Everyone played like Roach and Witchers, and that was so boring. I hated it, because like all the decks looked the same with Witchers and those the name, those ponies, like. That was like 2 ponies.
Oh, the ponies, the Iharaquax.
Iharaquax.
No, Iharaquax is different pony.
No, the Kironex.
Yes, Hyronex and the Unicorn, yes. And you just need to draft these cards and don't beat the Witchers, and that was all the game. Yeah, that was like sad.
Yeah, it was Gwent the neutral card game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had the artifact meta. Oh my goodness. just the only units in your deck were specifically the Witchers and the ponies.
Yeah. Witchers,
the rest was just artifacts.
And yeah.
Moving back to to a more pleasant topic.
Yeah, actually it's more pleasant because maybe we don't like the Shield Wall because we don't like Northern Realms, but we like Scoia'tael and Nature's Gift. But it's also like somewhat criticized for being a bit too oppressive, right? Like there is the passive ability that it's gonna proc either way, so you don't have to do anything, it's gonna work, right? And you got the symbiosis every turn, so you get additional points. And so what do you think? Should that ability be toned down a bit, or is it fine right now with the passive, or not really? Satshime, what do you think about that?
I don't feel like it's that good. It's nice. It's satisfying to make these trends and other stuff, but um, it's just I think it has too much tempo. It's
Yeah.
alias right out of nowhere that can turn trend into elves. It's Novigrad's Justice. It's really good right
Yeah.
now. It's just too much tempo and this vitality on Hammer Dryads that's just procs. It's too good right now, but I don't think that if we go into future that it will be that OP or something. I think we should get more of that kind of leader that we when we feel good when we play our bronzes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a cool feeling when you don't wanna mulligan all your cards. So
Yeah.
On one
Yeah.
hand, I agree, but on the other hand, it really reminds me of early Gornikora.
Oh yeah.
It's just like compared to the provisions you get out of this leader, the value you get every single
Yeah.
game is insane.
Yeah.
maybe
It
they
is.
should make a bit less of provision. Maybe that will be enough.
Yeah,
Or
but
maybe
not
only
too
one
much.
proc of vitality.
Just a little bit less.
Like maybe
Yeah.
just less vitality, because really the passive already is really good.
I mean,
Maybe.
I think like this vitality is they should change it like they changed Skellige, not 3 charges but 2 charges, same points, but just change it to make it a little bit worse to play. But don't nerf it because it's good and we don't want to have bad leaders, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. So just tone it a little bit, like just change those charges, like 2 charges with 3 vitality. It's like worse on the long round, but still fine. And I think something like this would be good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
But the
agree.
feeling is still insane. Like you play Aithne, and you have already one symbiosis from your leader. You play a nature card.
Yeah.
Boom, 3 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
And
lot.
if you already have a trend, it already makes natures give like 10-point play.
Mhm. That's a lot. But I don't like this needs to be like a little bit nerfed. Like this just should be nerfed, but just a little bit. Just
Oh yeah.
I wanted this to be playable because it's so fun to play, but not like I don't know, like many leaders. Like you just have like 1 or 2 good leaders per fraction you wanna play, and less is like garbage. So just don't make that.
Oh yeah. I mean, just like Pavel said during the last episode, you drop new content, you want to make it exciting. Like it's not fun for the developers either to design bad cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that ability is a bit less oppressive than the shield wall because it doesn't really give you like the instant swing, right? To play.
Yeah.
There's no so much tempo involved. In this case, you are getting more points in the long run, right? So you're better in
Yeah.
the longer round. You can play around it. You can do something about it. And with the shield wall, actually, sometimes you can't, right? You need to be prepared for the tempo play. If you're not prepared for that, if you're not catching up, then you just pass and then you lose. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But when talking about OP things and things that everyone is crying to get nerfed, Skellige Warriors, everyone's favorite deck. Oh my goodness. And my question is this really blatantly overpowered? Or is it okay and we just make it worse than it is?
I think that every deck should get to that point.
Yeah.
It's a bit too good, but not like you want to nerf it. It's so cool to play bronzes. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they have too much control tools. They were so easy to play. Maybe that's the problem. It's like you can do everything in this deck. Short round, long
Yeah.
round,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
But maybe it is the point where we all should get. Maybe.
Yeah, our decks should look like this, like have some controls, have some point slam, good short and long round. This is like perfect spot. for every deck. Like,
But on
to
the other
compare.
hand, isn't it something that we said exactly a year ago or slightly over a year ago about Skellige? Because I think that around the time the Novigrad expansion dropped, DPR was saying, okay, Skellige is where it should be, it's pretty strong. Syndicate is also strong, and this is where we want the game to be in terms of all factions having access to this kind of powerful decks. In the meantime, Skellige just got stronger.
Yeah.
Like the reference point completely vanished, because if you look at Skellige a year ago or over a year ago and look at now, it's even stronger than what it was.
Yeah, and also in this time they killed NG completely, so it's okay. Okay.
Yeah, we are gonna talk about Novigrad in a couple of questions.
But I think like I like the change they did to Skellige. Like this, they make it like the leader a little bit worse, but just a little bit. It's still good and playable and fun to play, but it's not like that. That's overpointing. I don't know how to say it. Never mind. It's like good now. Like it's still good, and I think like all decks should get this point, like to this point. So I don't know.
Yeah, but then, the question always is it feasible to change enough bronzes within every single faction to make it good enough? Because nerfing one deck takes, so many hours, but buffing everything else takes, way more time.
Yeah, definitely requires a lot of manpower, and I guess they have a lot of stuff to focus on, like the expansions, journeys right now, additional content, and turning.
There's a lot of stuff going on in Gwent.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Yeah, this is hard to make everything at once, so that's why we have patch every month, I think.
Yeah, but these are small patches.
Yeah.
Mostly. And it's fair. It's fair enough. Like they did say that they no longer want to drop these massive overhaul patches like they did with NR some time ago. So we are only getting a small batches of changes every month, and we are still getting them, and that's important. Because even if you change only 2-3 cards, that's still something. Because if you guys remember, there were times where 2 or 3 months in a row there was no changes at all.
Yeah.
These were sad times.
Oh, sad times. But guys, we talk a lot about bronzes feeling powerful and feeling nice and good to play. That's actually the thing that all of these solid and good decks have in common right now. Just bronzes that completely ignore the established power curve. And what do you think? Do you think we'll see some balance changes to bronzes overall in the future? Because we are talking about, they should do it, but will they actually do it?
Well, we don't know what CDPR will do, so but I really hope that every faction will get this kind of good bronzes. It's good to rely on your bronzes. It's not like it's placeholder. It's your power of your deck. It's core of your deck. It's like it was before Homecoming, when bronzes were the biggest part of your deck.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like I want to bring back the times. I wanna play everything in my deck. I wanna feel like I play something on, not like, please take it away. I don't wanna see it anymore.
Yeah. Like I think like same, like they shouldn't like nerf those cards, because most of cards which bring so much points, like way too much points, it's like this is engine, like this is the role of this bronze, like this needs to make a lot of points. So if it's good, like it's good because it's fun. So
I actually like what they did to Great Swords.
Yeah, this is like
I think it's a great change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it too.
I mean, maybe it should play for like 4 on deploy, but I don't know. 5 also seems okay.
Yeah, you can still.
And then there's a clear ceiling.
It is 4 now. It is 4 now.
Oh, they changed it again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Okay.
changed it
Oh yeah,
for-
right. With the
for-
patch notes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Spoiler
see
alert.
I haven't been playing a lot of Gwent.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Oops. So,
You got,
they
well,
changed
yeah,
it
we'll
very
cut it
good.
out. We'll cut it out of the episode.
Yeah.
That question was never here. But but 5 still was okay in my opinion. Like, it wasn't very oppressive. Just play 5 on deploy, and that's completely okay.
Yeah, it
was
was
really
within the
good.
reach of some cards, but now it's, easier to
Yeah.
remove that.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can still play the leader to make it higher, like on the spot, right? When you play it.
Yeah. But leader is now worth more, so it's like you don't do it like you now can do it like any turn, like any round, like when you play the great sword. So it's good for me. Like, this is a nice change. It's like Rage of the Sea is still the same point, but a little bit worse to play. So great swords are like a little bit easier to remove too. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
plus it's
I
just
like it.
significantly nerfed Wildboard of the Sea and
Yeah.
Morgvark.
yeah,
Because Morgvark being like a 50-point turnover was not fun to watch.
yeah,
Yeah, brutal in some cases.
Oh yeah.
But
And now you have Shillard. Shillard with great swords now is pretty awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, because it sets its power to 1, you drop a great sword and dies.
yeah. Yeah, because he did damage to itself. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
That's a
it's
very
hard.
nice interaction.
hard.
A lot of people,
It's-
a lot of people on Reddit are saying Shillard is
Yeah,
actually,
Yeah, so-
low-key OP.
Stragabor set part 1 too, so
Yeah.
it's time to play now.
That's very far-fetched. That's very far-fetched.
Yeah, but we can't really discuss the balance changes without the new approach to the artifacts as well, right? Because they
Yeah.
added doomed to scenarios, which was being suggested like since ever, right? And finally it's here.
Yeah, we have it.
And they changed some of the abilities as well. And well, it looks like we're gonna see even less artifacts as well in some cases. In some decks, maybe they're not gonna play the scenario. Like maybe Syndicate. Well, Syndicate scenario is still kind of good. The engine is now the last step, right? But yeah, what do you think about these changes?
I mean, I like the change they made Passiflora because you have more time to answer like those engines. Most of the time, that was like one engine, then two at the same turn. Because most of the time, like second step was like Adriano on one more lady. I don't know how they call. But
Peaches, right?
No,
Yeah,
no,
Peaches.
Adriano.
Oh, no,
doesn't
the
do Peaches.
Seductress.
Adriano
Seductress.
was Seductress,
Sorry.
yeah. So that was like a little bit hard to like remove all of them because they dropped just in one round 2 engines. So I like those, like we have chance to remove all the stuff, but it's not like huge nerf, like it's now unplayable. It's like still strong, but you have like more time to answer everything. So yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make sense, but to me, it feels like such a classic CDPR approach. Change everything else related to artifacts, and then realize,
Yeah.
guys, maybe we should just look at artifacts. They have done it so many times. Like, there will be one problem card, and they
Yeah.
will change all the interactions, every single card that somehow
Yeah.
benefit that one problematic play, and then they will realize, shit, maybe we should just change this one. Like, giving scenarios doomed was suggested like day 1 of the
Yeah.
expansion.
Yeah.
Well,
Am I
what you
the
can
only
do?
one who hates artifacts? I don't know. I feel like something like Portal or I don't know, Skellige not scenarios, but
The totem.
totem, yeah.
Mm.
They could just be spells, or I don't know. I don't feel like I need artifacts in the game. It's
Mm.
just other things can do this for them, and we always like, oh my god, we need to do something with scenarios. Oh my god, yeah. And,
I actually tend to agree, yeah, because we always get to a point where artifacts are either OP or you're not seeing them at all.
yes, it's like
Yeah.
never on a good spot. You just see
Mm.
them everywhere or don't see them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah.
could make scenarios just units.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Give them some sort of protection, I don't know. Because you don't want to play a 14-15 provision card to get killed by Tourney Joust or whatever stunning blow there is. But yeah, just you could make them cards and it would be exactly the same thing.
I just don't like that they were too binary with artifact removal, and they still kind of are. And there are only two things right now that can remove them, and you like, I don't want to see it. It's making so much points. I want to kill it. Oh, I don't know. I hate artifacts. Really, it always were a problem. I think. Just
Oh yeah, like, it's always been a problem. It's just the fact, I think they thought this is a really cool concept. They dropped it in Homecoming, and within 2 weeks tops, artifacts were everywhere. It's just ruining everyone's life.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I play unit, boom, artifacts. So yeah, it's either non-existent as a concept, or it's very dominant. So yeah, just make them certain artifacts spells like special cards or units. That would work, and that would be also easier to balance because you would also have their base power if they're units to just have get another tool to balance these cards.
I
Yeah,
think we
well-
had this kind of problem with weather before Homecoming. It
Yeah.
was good or too bad. Never was on a normal spot. It's like,
Yeah.
and we are still there, but with artifacts right now. So
It's actually funny that you said this because I remember so many episodes ago I was talking to Crosser, who was about to be our guest, and it was when the artifact patch was to drop, and we just thought, oh, it's gonna change the way you play artifacts, and I specifically said, you know what? I think artifacts is the new weather.
Yeah.
And then of course they didn't change anything back then. Like, they just changed like 2 cards maybe.
The merchants of negativity are back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I actually feel bad for Feign Death. It was such a cool card. Now it's just whatever. I'm not specifically talking about it getting doomed because I don't mind that. But Feign Death really played well with Vernusil and certain other cards, and that was just whatever. You just basically lose that first stage.
Well, no, it's it's an engine, right? So it's still kind of right.
Yeah, but you get fewer pings on Vernusil.
Yeah, that's true.
And you
can get it instantly.
I mean, you still get a body to buff with Isengrim, so that's not that bad. But I just really love that Vernusil machine gun.
Yeah, it's so satisfying to play.
Oh yeah, it's just like the artifact / trap Vernusil deck is just so much fun. Not anymore, but it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And it has a leader that supports it. It's always low-key 2-0 potential. If you enjoy a scenario. But speaking of reworks and of things that CDPR should look into, they recently hinted that Novigrad needs some love, and they changed some things. Not a lot. My question would be, do you guys think these changes are somewhat underwhelming?
they were, but I think it's not done yet. We will get more of them. I'm not sure. I hope so, because Nilfgaard right now, they just control faction. I like control. I'm a control player, but still they don't have stuff to play on the board. They have what? Control scenario.
Yeah, that's the problem that we had like at the very beginning, right? After the homecoming, there was just no board. We were just
Yeah.
clearing everything, and there was like nothing. All right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's so hard to balance control cards.
It is.
Like you can see that. How is that new tactic called? I already forgot. Oh, that card that yoinks a 3-point unit.
Oh
Amnesty?
yeah.
Amnesty.
Yeah.
Like
Amnesty,
you could see that. Like control is oppressive, that's one, and it's so hard to balance that when they showed it for the first time, everyone already wanted that card gone and nerfed. Like they nerfed that card before anyone could even play it. It was nerfed 24 hours after they showed it. And I can see why.
Yeah, at 5p it would have been so good.
I mean, right now, I'm not so sure, because if you look at bronzes these days, that card would brick a lot.
Yeah.
Like how many 3-power bronzes do you see right now? Greatsword drops at 4, so you cannot yoink it. Boat is 4, so you cannot yoink it. It usually gets above immediately, so it's mostly 5. Like basically every single playable NR bronze is at least 4. So you'd have to set it up.
But what about those guys who buff 1 point?
Yeah, drummer.
Oh yeah, like you could potentially steal a drummer. That's something. But you cannot even steal the longship. Longship is also 4.
Yeah.
Basically every card you potentially like to yoink is 4 or more.
Yeah.
Unplayable.
I mean, like, honestly, have you seen Amnesty being played?
Yeah,
I played
it. Yeah, sometimes someone play it in Shub deck.
Oh yeah, in the Shub deck.
Yeah.
No, not in Shub deck. I played
or
to
RG
Super
Stone.
It was good sometimes. I like
sometimes.
not every time, but sometimes. I enjoyed that card.
I mean, it's a fun card. It's a fun card, but it's not a very reliable card. And I think it actually perfectly describes the state of Novigrad bronzes. There are cards that can be really good, but rarely are. Like everything has just such a crazy condition attached to it that you're never gonna get full value out of it.
Yeah, most of the time.
And it is kind of sad, because really, as a Novigrad main, I've been waiting for that rework for a year and a half. Like when they said, okay, we want every faction to feel as good as Skellige, I was like, yes, next patch Novigrad. Okay, not this patch. Maybe the patch after that, right? There's other priorities. Yeah. Okay, next patch, next expansion. Still no. And now, Slama said Novigrad needs some love. I was like, yes, now it's finally the time. Spotter is gonna get reworked. Combat Engineer is gonna get reworked. Nope, Palmerin slightly changed. Though they did forget to change provisions on Ox. Or Sarah, that's like their go-to move when it comes to balancing Novigrad. Just change the Witcher slightly.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Like even if they buff something like Witcher, like now, or I don't know what they buff to. Like
they changed Letho. They gave him 2 more points.
Yeah, but this event doesn't matter. So
no.
I feel like any change they did in this patch for Novigrad don't really matter too much.
Like these changes are so bad that mostly I don't even remember what bronzes they changed.
I am only
like
happy about
one provision here or there.
Like they add the save driver soldier tag, so you can play this new leader in Prism system. With
imprisonment.
With stage driver, but it's not like crazy amount of points.
No.
And you can also play it from Ramon. So
but you need logs, and logs are just not good enough.
Yeah, so this is it's okay, change. I like this, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I can play it, but it's not important for the game.
Seriously, change. I think that the problem with Novigrad Bronzes is specifically one, like the conditions are very harsh.
Yeah, we
benefit
just don't
from the
have
ability,
points.
so they should just change the ability to something else.
Yeah.
Like really, I always use the example of Combat Engineer because I have no idea what's the point of that card. Why does it exist in the game? And when we look at recent changes, not even this patch, but also the patch before that, Nausicaa Cavalry. Like, okay, it now plays for what? For 4 up to 6. If the enemy is boosted. Nobody plays that card. Like they gave it 1 more point. It's still a bad card. Because I feel like it's a card that's just a remnant of an archetype that no longer exists. Like the archetype to boost your opponent. Like this archetype is no longer in the game.
Yeah, you can play Kahir.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we have to believe that there is a long-term plan, Maybe there is gonna be some love for that archetype.
Oh
in the
yeah,
future.
and we have to just see those changes as placeholders.
Okay.
Yeah, but speaking of the long-term plan, there is a good stuff that is gonna probably hit somewhere sometime soon, because on Twitter, Jason Slama hinted that next expansion may not be released in December, so it might be earlier or it might as well be later. So what is our take on that? Is it going to be later? Are we going to be the merchants of negativity and say later?
Yeah, later. For sure.
Oh, I really hope that it will be in November. I'm so tired of this meta.
Yeah. I mean, it only makes sense that it's, it is going to be after the journey, right? It would make sense.
I think they said once that they don't want to drop a journey and big patch in 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe they changed their mind. I don't know. I hope so. Please in November, please.
Because if not, then we're gonna have like 1 month without like anything, right? There's just gonna be this meta and no content at all.
I mean, they will drop some sort of filler like they did with the it was bound to an expansion. Like the Master Mirror Challenge was bound to an expansion.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like on one hand, you might think, okay, an expansion in November, just 2 months before Christmas, it doesn't make sense. Like people are not gonna spend their money on vanities in November. They're gonna wait till Christmas. Like that's the moment where you drop, a new batch of cards and new content and new MTX. Like every game developer is doing that. Like if there is some sort of expansion plan, it's always before Christmas.
Yeah. From a marketing point of view, it doesn't make sense. But maybe we'll see some sort of Halloween event. That would be awesome. You remember that the first one, the first and the only one.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think they will be doing those single player events anymore.
Oh,
they even said that. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
But they were cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were awesome.
I mean, on one hand, you could say, oh yeah, they were cool and they were awesome and a lot of people played them. On the other hand, there was a sticky thread on Reddit, explaining how to solve these quests. Because 75-80% of the player base just didn't give a damn and they just wanted to get it done. And that's how it works. Like even now with the journey and all the quests, there's always like a short explanation on how to get these quests.
Oh my god. Seriously?
So seriously, if you are a game developer, if you are CPR, are you really gonna invest your time and resources into designing those single player quests if somebody's gonna figure them out in a day and post it on Reddit? And everyone else is just gonna follow the guide?
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
But they can be, surprising, just like with the Keanu advert during the NBA final, like 2 days ago or yesterday. I don't remember exactly. I think 2 days ago.
I actually didn't see the ad in full. I only saw like a bit of it on Twitter.
it's cringy, but
Cringy ads, that's my thing.
Yeah.
that was the point, I think.
But yeah, honestly, I would really be happy if they drop the expansion in November.
Yeah.
Like, it would be awesome. Like every expansion, regardless if it turns out to be great or not so great, it's always a very happy moment for everyone in the community. Just seeing all these new cards and new mechanics, just playing around with new content. It's amazing. Everyone loves expansions.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I think that if we did get an expansion in November, we would start seeing some leaks by now. Because realistically speaking, we have slightly more than 4 weeks. So the review campaign will be already going on. Like, you never know. The Partners Open is today. Buja is going to cast it with Ryan, so you never know what they're gonna drop there.
Oh.
I doubt we're gonna see anything, but everything's
Maybe.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we just take Slama's words and think too much about what he means. Like when he said Novigrad needs some love, everyone, me included, just assume, okay, there's gonna be a massive overhaul for this faction. Where he simply thought, well, there's a couple of cards we could buff. Right? For instance. Now he says, oh, who said the expansion is gonna be in December? And everyone's like, oh my god, no expansion next month.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be in January, it could be in March, it could never come.
Yeah. Oh.
You never know. It's CDPR.
Yeah. And it's Slama.
I mean, I know that Pavel said 2 weeks ago that they want to have a proper review campaign, but seriously, they could just do another Merchants of Ophir kind of expansion, then drop it in the middle of the week. You never know with these guys.
They like to play with our emotions,
Oh yeah, definitely. Just look at all these cat vanities now. I mean, it's the definition of impulse purchase. Like every player is seeing that cat. Oh my god, kitty! €5. Boom! Spent.
Oh.
That's how it works, man.
Yeah. Emotional marketing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good marketing.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, these vanities are mostly not overpriced or anything, and we always get something for free or for very cheap or for meteorite powder. So you can always get something for free or for close to free, like close to nothing, and then there's like a package that you can spend a couple of euros on. And even like when talking about vanities, like look at the Yaruga board. You get a board, and then there's a couple of quests attached to it, so you also get an avatar and a card back. That's a solid purchase for €9. I think it actually expired today, right? It was like until October the 3rd.
It wasn't in the shop yesterday, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not anymore.
I never
Just
got
like
it.
DEFCON.
We gave away 3 copies. I never got it myself. Okay, guys, moving to the next question. Because we talked a little bit about placeholders, about cards that just feel like, okay, they change it, give it one more provision or one more point, and it feels like it's gonna be changed at some point in the future. Novigrad actually has multiple leaders that look very much alike. Right? We have Enslave, we have Imposter, Imprisonment. Do you think some of these are actually placeholders? Kind of feels to me.
I mean, they changed a lot of leaders like last month, so I think not really. Like if they wanted to do like some placeholders, they should just remove it like last month, I think. Like maybe they will change something. I hope so, because they are so similar. This is like, okay, you almost always play the same, but meh, I don't. I mean, like for me, like NG leaders are quite boring to play. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this episode should be just titled Meh.
Meh.
Like, oh, CDPR changed things. Meh.
Meh.
There might be a new expansion coming. We don't know. Meh.
Meh. Okay.
But yeah, I agree with you. We definitely need more diversity among leaders.
Yeah.
But yeah, what is there
Yeah.
actually to buff other than, I mean, there should add some leaders buffing some archetypes, right? Currently, they are just giving us, tactics with the enslave, right? We got imposter and imprisonment with the locks. And
Yeah.
what else is there to be, right? Maybe some sort of a spy leader or something like that, right? We could hope for that.
Oh yeah, among other things, like a spy leader would be really nice. Unless they still wanna do the boost your opponent archetype. Because somebody got actually an amazing idea. Like somebody was talking about that on Reddit some time ago, and they thought, you know what? Instead of this whole imprisonment thing that's not really working with anything within the faction, let's bring back this archetype and leader that's gonna be kind of like uprising but reversed. Like boost your opponent by 2. 3 charges if you spend all charges, play standard bearer.
Oh.
All right.
And then if we had more cards that can kind of benefit from your opponent getting boosts, it'll be fun. It'll be very unique.
Works with Kahir.
Yeah.
It works with Kahir, so
Exactly.
Yeah, it works with Kahir,
Yeah.
but there should be more cards that kind of benefit from that.
yeah.
I think there's
Yeah.
a lot of things you can do. Like you can design a simple engine that's like damage your enemy by 1 if it gets boosted. Right? It's very simple.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
Every time your enemy boosts on a unit, or your enemy's opponent's unit gets boosted, damage it by 1. Whatever. It could even be like a passive. I mean, that would be too OP, but
Yeah.
I mean that would be almost as OP as Nature's Gift. Almost as many
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
Oops.
I wanna see like how they do this. Like that could be like really fun to see how those people just are angry about it. Like yeah, I want to see like Gwent or something like this. I don't know. This could be funny to play.
Yeah, it could be fun to play,
Just-
but I'm just afraid
And
that
your opponent.
yeah, why not? Just boost your opponent and benefit from it. And then you can just line up Igni, you can line up Gorge, whatever.
Yeah, you can have Tahir.
Regis. There could be a lot of possibilities there.
Yeah, Scorch.
Initiative still exists. Not gonna work.
Yeah.
Like why not? Why not? We should have some fun decks. I mean, messing
Yeah.
with your opponent. It's just a nice idea. I'm not sure how viable it will be and how competitive it will be or how OP it will be, but why not? I mean, if you look at NR and Skellige, they often get like crazy stuff, and CTPR always say, okay, we just want to see how people play these new cards for a month, and then we look into it. Why not? Why not do the same with Novigrad? Just give us some crazy OP shit to play,
Yeah, we just need
to play for a month.
Yeah. I mean, like damage like enemy unit by 1 every time you play tactic cards sounds good for me. Like we have so much leaders like Arachna's Queen and Nature's Gift just do something every time you play some specific cards to the fraction, like organic or natures. So why not with tactics?
Yeah,
Maybe it's
sure.
like this sounds good for me. Like
I mean,
Although-
on the other hand,
although that would,
some sort like archetype, some sort of rebate. So why not?
Yeah, but that might be a bit dangerous as well. Some creating this
Yeah.
state when there is no board again, and stuff like that. Like I
Yeah,
feel
but-
like the damaging feels dangerous, right?
I mean,
Yeah, but
you
that
could be
sounds so
boosting
fun.
yourself, or
Yeah.
there is some ways to play around it, or it could be something like give your opponent a random status or bleeding, or I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
random
to-
status sounds fun.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
random
with the
always
exception of
super fun.
resilience, like you don't want to give your opponent like 10 resilient
Random
cards.
shield.
That would be fun. I mean, that could be a seasonal mode, or maybe there is a seasonal mode that looks like that. Like whenever you play a card, give it a random status. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, random always sounds like fun, so.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like we learned that from Midwinter. Random is always fun. Oh, you know, when we say that damaging every card played or every card boosted will be OP, we still have to remember that Longship exists in this game. And you can judging by Gwent Open number 3, this card is worth more than anything else in the faction.
Yeah.
And don't tell me about it. I always call it long shit. It's not long ship anymore.
Like seriously, I have no idea why it has armor. It just makes it like the card is already better than its equivalents in other factions, like Trebuchet or the Pikeman, and they just slapped one armor on it, like for no reason at all. It's just crazy. The card is so good.
Yeah.
Well,
but we said that, you know, random is always fun, but I like how they slowly changed assimilate to be controlled randomness.
Yeah.
You know, with cards like Artorius and Brathens, like it is still technically random, but it's controlled random.
Yeah, I like this change. Like, it's like you just get some points. It's not like you need to high roll in Brayberry to just doing games. You just know what you're doing almost most of the time. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I like this change. Like, I mean, it's not like only random shit right now.
yeah, but you know, it is gonna get a bit more random in the future when we get more cards in the pool, right? You know, for example, we're gonna get more bronze spice, and Brathens.
That worries me a little bit.
Yeah.
Brathens will become a RNG fiesta.
Oh. Maybe they will change him.
On one hand, it makes me sad and it makes me worried. On the other hand, just imagine all the amazing dandelion clips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything in the game is done for it.
Oh yeah. like they specifically said they don't want to change bribery because imagine how Dandelion is gonna make his videos without bribery being a thing.
I don't know, with Uma?
Nobody
Yeah.
plays Uma. Outside of a couple of seasonal modes. But speaking of randomness, there is something that we need to discuss there. Right, Hesser?
That's right. The arena, right? Or the new mode called draft. So last time Buja told us, and we again, you know, along with him, announced that there is going to be a new mode called draft, just like in the other card games. And we only saw like a scheme, like a draft of a draft. So what we can take out of that? It looks similar to the Runeterra, right? But what do you guys think about it?
I like this change. I don't enjoy Arena right now. I played it a lot before Homecoming, but after it's kind of got, I don't know, too boring, too random. It's like the more gold you get, the better you'll be. It was not good for me, and I really enjoy Runeterra, draft in Runeterra, and I played a lot of Magic the Gathering draft. I don't know. I like this idea, but the one thing that bothers me that they will take away Arena and give us draft like sometimes after when. Why? This is, I don't know. But I will wait for it. What can I do?
Yeah, there's going to be some hiatus period as well. We will have to wait for this.
Rip
But I wonder if we're gonna like see some sort of statistics. Maybe I would love to see how many people play Arena, for example. Buja said it's not popular.
Yeah, I think
well,
so.
I can agree with that, but you know, just judging from the streamers, you don't see that often.
Yeah, I mean, if Arena was like if a lot of people play Arena, then they wouldn't change it. I think like they just could add one more like mode to game, but not changing the Arena. So yeah, and Arena is not that fun. Like we played a lot of Arena for like 2 years we have Arena, even more.
Yeah, even longer than 2 years, I think.
Yeah. So it's like, of course, this will start to be boring, and we have too much stuff in the game right now to like create like fun deck to play. You just to pick up best cards, and that's all about it. So yeah, it's not like crazy good. It's not interesting to play for me right now.
And you can actually see the huge disparity between good cards in Arena and bad cards in Arena, because we have just so many cards that don't see any gameplay in Constructed. But you can still draw them in Arena. So like, okay, I have the choice between 3 crappy bronzes that nobody wants to play. What do I do with them? Right? While in this new draft mode, it will be more controlled. So it's still random but controlled. You get a little bit more tools to play with. You can focus your deck on certain aspects. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a welcome change. But yeah, it's Arena right now is not very popular. I think seasonal, depending on the month, could be popular. But Arena, like, barely anyone plays it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Judging by whenever I ventured into Arena and judging by my matchmaking times, by the queues, I think not a lot of people play it.
Yeah.
But what about the other modes, guys? Because a major addition to Gwent this year is of course Journey. How do you like it's the progression system, the rewards, the length? Because early on there was some like questions about Journey, how it would all work, and people were just trying to do the math to see if you are getting more rewards or less rewards. And I think right now they even buffed it in a way. Do you like Journey? Do you see it as an incentive to play more?
I like Journey, but I don't feel like more than 100 levels is a good thing, because it's like you need to play so much to get everything in the journey. If you wanna all of the cosmetics, you need to get to level 175.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and you need to play like all every day for 3 months. It's so overwhelming. I don't know. Every day in my chat, someone comes and says that they are done and they can't just play anymore and won't buy next journey, and I feel the same. It's so much time I need to spend, and I don't know. I miss one day, and I need to play even more next day to get everything. It's hard for someone who doesn't play Gwent every day. But 100 level is a good thing. 100 is you don't need to invest so much time.
And there is Dorka, who didn't even buy premium this time. I know it. I saw that.
Yeah, this is because I won't get like all the levels. I am like now I am on 40, so this is like not too much, because journey started when I was in work. So I know I won't end this, and I only want this last avatar. This is like avatar from like anime style series, and I love it, but I know I won't get it. I need to pay it, and this is like, no, I don't know.
Oh yeah, why spend money if you know you're not gonna get there anyway?
Yeah, it's like I don't wanna, because I know I don't play enough to get like I don't even know if I will reach like level 100. It's like, nah, it's too much for me. I don't have so much time to play Gwent. And this is like, I love Journey, and last time I ended it so like very quick. But now it's like, okay, I would like to have Siri, but I won't get every reward, so I'm not buying it, because it's like too much money for buying everything.
Yeah, I know the. I actually bought the premium. I think I will get to 100. I'm level 86 now. But the last month, I've been only doing the quests. Like really 100 is doable. 100 can be fun.
Yeah.
I agree with Satshime here that 175 is basically a death march,
Too
not a
much.
journey.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too much. Way too much.
No, I do understand why they did it. They kind of... Because the journey officially ends with 100. Right? That's the official end.
Yeah.
And they just added
Yeah.
more levels and potential rewards for people who play more than that. And I think that's how we should see it. Like, if you aim for something, aim for 100. Unless you just love the grind and have the time and the facilities to play so much to get to 175.
You get unique things at level 106. I don't remember.
I mean, it's the weep stuff. I don't know. Not my thing, Race. That's why I see it this way. Like, oh yeah, I don't need weep, Siri.
Oh.
But it is unique. Maybe you one day will want it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like maybe one day you will see the light and start reading manga and watching anime. You never know, Weissenberg.
You never know.
Yeah.
What about you, Hesser? Because I know you started late when it comes to Journey. What
Oh,
level
yeah,
are
man.
you?
Oh, I'm not gonna share it, I guess, because I'm gonna get burned to the ground.
That's why I asked this question.
No, honestly, I'm like level 60, I think, right now. So
On
it's
premium
like
or
nothing.
non-premium?
Premium. I
Okay.
bought it as well because it's like the deal is so good that you have to just buy premium. You're getting so much for very little money. But still, yeah, it feels so grindy that I feel really overwhelmed. Currently I know that I'm not gonna get to the last day, and I like collecting things, so I better just drop it now than trying to get to the last level, because it's gonna make me feel less sad about not reaching the end. I guess.
Yeah, personally,
Yeah,
I
but-
only wanted to get to 81, I think. We have the Novgarian armor and the
Novgarian.
Novgarian sword,
Yeah.
and that's it. But some other vanities are pretty cool. So 100 to just get the full story. I just need to remember to read the story, because I remember the last journey. I just waited to have the whole thing, that I read it on the last day. I almost forgot. I was like, yeah, I don't want to read it in chapters. I want to read the whole thing at once. I just waited until the last day. But anyway, because we've been kind of going in circles for a while when it comes to Gwent. There really isn't that like, there is a lot of happening, but not a lot to discuss, I feel like. So let's move to the next segment, which is competitive Gwent. And again, I think we are gonna keep it brief because there is not much to talk about. But there's one thing that I definitely want to talk about. I definitely want to discuss at least briefly. And that's the Falca's Rebellion. Because I knew of this event a little bit earlier, or this part of this event, and I thought it's gonna be a single tournament. And then they announced it. It's like 8 tournaments, I think.
Yeah.
All with a different theme and different roles. Like, this is huge. Like, for a community organized event, 8 tournaments is just insane. Like, this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
definitely.
Have you seen the announcement made by Team Elderblood? Are you gonna participate? Are you gonna watch?
I will watch it, I think, maybe, but I don't like playing tournaments. It's like not my cup of tea. I'm just too exhausted in tournaments. I don't enjoy playing in them. So, but I will watch it, I guess, if I won't be busy or forget it, something. Mm.
Dorka, what about you? Have you heard of the event? Are you gonna participate?
I didn't hear. Like, I need to be honest, I didn't hear about this, and this is like, I don't know. For sure, I won't play because I just don't like tournaments. Like, it's like, meh. But if I will have time, probably I will watch. But I just need to have time. Yeah,
Oh,
most
yeah,
of the
it's-
time I'm too
Like
busy
tournaments
for-
are very time consuming, regardless of the
Yeah.
format.
They are so long in Gwent, so yeah.
But yeah, guys, if you haven't heard of the tournament, Falcao's Rebellion, it's starting October the 10th, so a week from now. So I can only recommend
I will
you
be in
to
work.
go to the website of Team Elderblatt. Esther, do you have a link maybe? Like you are the master of links. You always have links.
Sure, man. Sure, dropping it right away.
Just drop in the chat, guys. Check their website. Check the event because really it's impressive. It's a series of tournaments all organized by one team.
Yeah, absolutely amazing that they managed to pull it off. And I recommend you personally to watch the the announcement, because the last part of the announcement is super cringy, and we love cringy. So you can see like Lionheart and the other guys chanting some stuff to Falca.
Oh.
So, oh man, it's like the best of cringy you ever see.
Sounds
Moving on,
great.
because there is something else going on as we speak.
Yep, that's right. So there is one tournament going on right now, Partners Open number 3. And guys, have you watched the previous versions, the previous editions as well? Are you going to participate? Well, you're not participating in this one because it's top 8 right now, right? But what about the previous editions?
I didn't, and I don't know if I will. I don't like tournaments. I don't know. It's I don't know. I'm so nervous when I play them. It's not fun for me. So no. But sometimes I like to watch it. There are many fun decks sometimes, but yeah, I wish that CDPR did something like special video with every match or something. It's hard to find them sometimes.
Oh, you like a recap?
Yeah.
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 And it is
Yeah.
stressful, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never participated, mostly because they are organized at the time where I'm busy elsewhere.
Yeah, same here.
I try to watch a little bit, but I have the same problem Satshime has. It's just so hard to find the proper matches.
Yeah.
Because there's so many casters and it's not on one channel. And CDPR hosts certain matches, but not all of them. So it's really difficult for me to, find the specific match I'm interested in.
Yeah. Well, definitely the Swiss, right? But top 8, like, it's a bit better, but still spread around a couple of casters. It could be maybe an official tournament as well, sort of official, right? Maybe with a group of semi-professional casters, like the same set of casters, something like that. That makes sense.
I know that King Dempai is playing without the shirt again.
Yeah, I know.
Without the shirt?
Yeah,
Oh
he's
my God.
always playing shirtless.
All right.
And he's
Okay.
and I was watching him yesterday, and he was going through possible decks, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play Standard Bearers." What?
Okay.
Yeah, he's apparently playing some memes, so really rooting for the guy. And it's just memory, top level, top shelf memory. You should watch.
Yeah.
And Dorka, how about you? Are you gonna have you participated in the tournament, the partners tournament? Oh right, you're not the partner.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oopsie.
Oops.
Yeah.
Like, you should apply. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I know, but I'm too lazy for it.
Like, I kind of can see that. Like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, one day.
Oh yeah, one day. Yeah, but yeah, one day. I didn't watch any of those tournaments because always I am in work and I'm busy. So in work, in job. Okay. Never
At
mind.
work.
At work, and I never have time to watch those open. It's not open. What this is like? What? Partners open? This is how it's called?
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
Partners
yeah, yeah.
Open.
Yeah, so I said, right, okay. And I didn't have time to watch it, and yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, too busy for that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But there is gonna be another one, more exciting one, I think. Gwent Open number 4, the last one, right, of this season. And finally, then we're gonna probably see the first grand final. I'm thinking that we're gonna see the season 2 final first before the season 1, because they really want to make it like a big show, with all the confetti and stuff like that. So probably we're gonna see the final of the second season first. But yeah, speaking of that Gwent Open number 4, we know already the participants, and we have, I believe, 2 CIS participants and 2 Polish guys as well. No, 3 CIS participants, I think, right? We got Magpie, we got Vlastelin, and we got Legucha, right? And there are 2 Polish guys as well. So yeah, who are you rooting for, guys?
I'm
Apart
voting
from-
for good games.
For good guys,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, good games.
Yeah, it should be nice because we got a lot of, like kind of new players. Not only Tailbot and Demarcation all the time, where they will be participating as well, but we got the other players as well.
Fresh blood is the best.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I think everyone loves a good underdog story. Just a new
Yeah.
player
Yeah.
participating, trying to win. Like Magpie did. First tournament and easily won this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like just a reminder, who do we have in the tournament? I think we got that right. We were actually thinking about it with Weissenberg. And I think we got, who do we have? We got Vlastelin, we got Wangit, we got Magpie, Tailbot, Kaliman. Oh, there's going to be a Kaliman as well.
Oh.
That's it for Blitz Gwent.
Yeah. Roping galore is going to be there. Yeah, Legucha is going to be there as well. Demarcation and Patchable. Oh yeah, Patchable is like a guy getting on the scene recently.
I think he actually qualified for the World Masters through Crown
Yeah, he
Points.
did.
Because
He did,
a
I
couple of
think.
people who would otherwise qualify already got their spot through the Opens.
Yeah.
I think Tailbot and Demarcation, right? They already got into Gwent Masters through through Open, so they don't need to secure a place through Crown Points.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But it's a month away. It's really difficult to say how it's gonna look like a month from now. Like obviously there's not gonna be a patch before the next Open, so whatever meta establishes in the next couple of days or weeks is what we are gonna see during Open. But yeah, I'm not sure what to think about this one. I love when there's like a completely new meta, completely new set of cards. Because tournaments kind of reshape things. But this time around, I think it's gonna be pretty similar to what we had the last month.
Probably, yeah. We're gonna see a lot of Shield Wall, Skellige.
Yeah, probably
Right.
Nature's Gift. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody played Lockdown.
Yeah,
Passive
during the
Flora,
qualifiers.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah, there were people playing lockdowns. Yeah, you can actually take a look at the the qualifiers were before the patch. So yeah, we're gonna see something new at least. Maybe some shoops.
Yeah.
It's possible.
You never know. Like Shoop is always a good bet.
Yeah. Well, Magpie said that he's gonna bring something spicy, so.
Oh yeah,
I'm
because
gonna
he already
I'm gonna
secured
hope
the
for that.
spot. So not even that. Even during his first tournament, where you would expect him to try hard, he actually brought some borderline memes. He was like the only player with Hyperthin, I think.
I don't remember about the Hyper thing, but it's possible. I remember Shiro, right? He was one of the first one to bring Shiro into competitive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Magpie, he was playing Kiltulis as well in qualifiers.
So in terms of memes or unusual decks, this is gonna be exciting to watch.
Oh yeah.
But then again,
I hope so.
it's a month from now, so we'll have to wait. As I told you guys, this is a very short segment, so I would rather move to the next one, which is something probably slightly less negative. personal Q&A, and I would actually like to start with questions from chat if we have any. Hesser, what have you wrote down?
From the chat?
Yeah.
Actually, nothing this time.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Come on.
Really,
What
no questions
am I
at all.
paying you for? Wait, I'm not paying you, so it's okay.
Thanks for nothing, right? No, really, no questions this time. There were only some requests for petting the cat for Satshime, but this is the only one. So you gotta go for your cat, Satshime, and show it to the crowd.
He's too far away.
Yeah, the cat is not interested.
Yeah.
The cat kind of looks like, you know, the position of paint me like one of your French girls.
Oh, you dirty Matt.
Always dirty. Always making these jokes, making people uncomfy, I know. But yeah, I have a question that's actually not very dirty. It's also not very original. But I was wondering, guys, and that's a question for you, Satshime and Dorka. How did you get into Gwent and streaming?
I don't have any interesting story. Like really, I just tried to stream Overwatch, and it wasn't working for me. So I switched to Gwent because I was playing it every day, and I like, oh, someone's watching me. Great, yeah. I will continue then. Yeah, and I streamed in English first, like a week or maybe, but then I understood that like almost everyone in my chat is Russian, so why should I speak English then? Yeah.
Shit, this is exactly the case with my stream as well. I started streaming with English, and then everyone who was coming was Russian, and I was like, oh shit, I should probably switch to Russian in the end. I didn't, but I should, I think.
You still have time.
Yeah, it's still possible.
Yeah,
and then you casually got into 9K followers, so yeah, that went well for you.
I mean, Hesser, I know your story because I was always eager to watch your stream. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to Hesser. I come to his chat, and like, the first words I hear are "Oi, blin."
Yeah, that's true.
What about you, Dorka? How did you get into Gwent and streaming?
Like into Gwent, I don't really remember. I just watched like Witcher 3 series, and I thought like, okay, Gwent is fun. And Witcher 3, okay, but okay. Then I started playing, and I was very like in beta. I was very active on chats in Twitch, and some guy just asked me, "So Dorka, when you will start streaming?" And I was like, "Oh, I can stream." So when I moved here, I started to have like good like microphone stuff, like laptop, my boyfriend's laptop and stuff like this. And I was okay, I will stream, and I started. So yeah, I did it. Like 2 years later, he asked me. I don't even remember who was that. So yeah, it's something like this.
But I remember you having some problems with bots in your channel at some point.
Yeah, I don't know what
unusual
was that.
events, rather.
Yeah, I got like 4K followers, and that was all of those was bots, and I need to delete all of them by my hands, and that was so hard. Like 4 clicks per delete one bot, and I had 4K of them.
Oh my god.
Yes, and I did it. It's like, oh my god, this took me so long. Oh, never again. I hope so.
Okay, Hesser, we just need to arrange some bots to make Dorka do all the clicks again.
No, please no.
Some DDoSing Dorka's channel. All right.
I mean, you know the stuff, Hesser. You know people from China, people from Russia, Ukraine. You have your guys.
Oh, please. Oh.
Yeah, I know some bots farms in China. They can do that. Yeah, but you know, we actually mentioned that at the very beginning. But Satshime, how did you get to be the final ST boss on the ladder, as some viewers describe you?
I don't know who described it like that. I never heard that. I don't know. Maybe I can understand why. Because I just did an anti-meta deck because I was facing so many Skellige. I was so tired of them. And I'm like, okay, let's make a deck that's gonna deal with them like 90% of times. And I did it, and it was very good against others too. And I'm like, yeah, I'm at 2,670 almost. So it's, yeah, 2026 69 was my high score for Squirtle in this month, or last month. And I was facing so many pro players and so many streamers, and maybe they were annoyed by my deck because I was playing unitless in round 3 almost always, especially against Skellige. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just bring this to господи, скинуть карту как будет.
Drop the card?
Yeah, I was just dropping the cards and not playing anything, and then like Saskia, Gord, and yeah, and Skellige players were like, oh, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
10
Where should
damage,
I
no
put all of
points.
my damage? Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Oceanmat and his potion decks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Very effective strategy, Act 2669. Sounds like a very good score.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the final boss title is totally appropriate, I think.
Observed. All right. And Dorka, what about your story, Weissenberg? Let's move on with that one.
We actually talk about that because our next
Yeah,
question
a
was
bit.
about how you got into guinea pigs, and you already partially explained that.
Yeah, I did.
I think we can just safely move on to the next question.
That's right. And that's a really exciting one because we know that, you know, all the communities are different, right? So our community here is mostly English speaking because of the language we are talking right now. But how does your native community differ from the English dominated channels, right? So what is the difference between the Polish, Russian, and English communities? Let's move to that one. Satshime, let's start with you. Tell me more about the Russian community. Although I know it a bit, but tell me more about it.
It's so hard because everyone inside of the community is different already. So it's like hard to compare community to community. Maybe we have a different jokes, or I don't know, complain about different things. But I think I really don't know what can be different on community level, only on human beings level. Everyone is different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know, but there are some like spots where I don't know, the humor, like the level of jokes is a bit different, right? I mean, I don't have like any specific examples, but I often see that I don't get some of the American jokes as just, you know, the Americans, because I'm more into like a Slavic jokes and so on, whatever they are, right? But there is some sort of stuff like that, you know.
Yeah,
apart from the like local memes and stuff, because obviously in Russia there are different memes than in Poland or in America.
That's true, but yeah, different jokes maybe, but not like we are all a community of Gwent, or so we're all kinda the one community, kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on one hand, yeah, I agree, but you know, Hesser telling you about Slavic jokes. Now I realize why he bought the other art. She's actually squatting.
Yeah, you know, I always squat whenever I have free time, you know.
Do you guys know Bumblin? They stream from Poland. He's squatting all the time on stream. Like, instead of sitting in his chair, he's just squatting.
Oh wow.
He's wearing an Adidas tracksuit.
Oh
Like,
my
that
God.
guy just breathes Slavness. Like he's just another level of Slav.
Oh.
Well, I also have my Adidas armor, but I only wear it on some special occasions.
Oh yeah, when you are walking the streets and when you get afraid of gopniks.
No, just mainly funerals and weddings, and these are usual.
I actually want to ask a small question, completely unrelated. Satshime, what is your cup? Like, is it a grand finale or grand final?
Oh, it's so Overwatch Grand Finals. I got it from my viewer who was there. He was a reporter. Is this thing? It's like,
Oh, okay, that's
what
pretty
year
cool.
is that?
Oh,
2018,
Yeah.
yeah.
before Corona. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Good old times.
Yeah, different
Yeah.
era. Okay, Dorka. Now the community question goes your way.
Okay.
How is the Polish
Right.
community different from the English-speaking channels? Other than brother being there.
I think it's not too much difference, but most of the time in Polish chat you see more salt. Like people on Polish chat are more salty than in other chat. Like something like they always are mean to you. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Like they are always salty. A little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
That's one way to promote the country.
Kind of true.
Yeah.
I mean, Dorka, but you are just such a different person when you stream in Polish. Oh my goodness! Like you talk to Dorka in other channel or on Discord, she's a very friendly person, just like here. And you go to her channel and dude, like she's cursing every other word. Like she's calling people names. Oh my goodness!
Yeah. This is because of Gwent. Okay, when I play, I am the different person. Right? It's just Gwent can tilt me very easily. So yeah, that's it.
Brother is saying that Gwen changes people for worse, and maybe
Yeah,
there is some
yeah,
truth in that.
I can see that though honestly, after watching Satshime's stream for a couple of days, I didn't see any difference. Very, very well spoken, very nice, very calm all the time. So Gwen has no effect on her whatsoever. Unlike me or you, Hesser, or Dorka.
Yeah. Well, looks like you're Polish after all, Weissenberg.
my roots come out.
Yeah.
You cannot hide it anymore. Like, Gwen is, getting it out of me.
Yeah, but this is also an interesting point, man. Actually, I realized that the Russian community is really welcoming, and it's really not as salty as the Polish one. At least when it comes to streaming. Always, I have like a really cool interactions with the Russian community during my streams, so I love this. Yeah.
And that's why
So
you
there
start
is a
streaming.
Yeah.
Well, there are some other aspects of that, but it's not the Russian community, for sure.
Okay, guys, we are approaching the 2-hour mark, so now we have to move on to our favorite segment, which is the sellout, the shameless sellout. So, in this segment, you are allowed to promote your channel and your content. So, let's start with you, Satshime. Where can people find you?
I will post my link. That's it. I'm not gonna promote myself.
I mean, that's what this segment is for, so feel free to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you like Russian and if you like Squirtle, then you're welcome, and you're welcome anyway. It's like everyone is welcome.
Exactly,
yeah.
that's what I said. This is it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm dropping the link.
Thank you.
Like Hesser having all the links. Where do you store them? Like, do you have like a file with all the links?
Yeah.
Do you prepare it before the stream?
I do actually.
Oh, that's how it works. Revealing your secrets, man. Okay, Dorka, it's your time to shine.
Yeah, if you're speaking Polish, you can come to me if you need some salt in your life too. Just you're welcome for a lot of salt.
Yeah, that sounds very promising.
Yeah.
Like,
If you want
guys-
salt, we got it.
Yeah. Like if you want to watch and if you need
Yeah.
salt, come
Yeah.
visit me. I
Yeah.
love it.
Oh yeah, no.
Guys, if you like Dorka saying Oyene, you can watch his stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hashtag Oyene.
Oh yeah, no.
Hesser, do you even want to promote yourself anymore? You don't stream.
Thanks, man. No, you know what? I'm gonna promote my Twitter actually. That's a good thing. So I can gather more followers before I get banned again. It's like the previous account.
They still haven't gotten back to you, right?
No, I sent them another email about banning that account, but still no reply whatsoever. They only sent me an automatic reply with the okay, so your email will be added to the ticket, and thank you, right, for reaching out to us.
Oh yeah, and the ticket will never get answered. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. So
Thanks for nothing, Twitter.
thanks for nothing again. But if you want to support my new account, it's at Hesser Tavern. So you can find me on Twitter. I'm actually kinda active on Twitter still, but well, if you still want to support my Twitch that I might be coming back to soon-ish, then it's gonna be twitch.tv/Hesser Tavern as well. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun in 3 languages there.
You said you were quite active on Twitter, and I can definitely confirm that because I found like 40 people. So all my Gwent news just come from Hesser liked. I'm not even kidding. I'm just scrolling down. I don't know this guy. Oh, Hesser liked. Okay. You are my main source of Gwent information right now.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, guys, I'm not gonna promote my channel because, well, you are already here. But as always, we are gonna promote the podcast a little bit more. So, if you wanna stay in touch off stream, you can follow us on Twitter at Novigrad Podcast. If you would rather watch this episode on YouTube or listen to it on Spotify or the platforms, it's gonna be uploaded there in a couple of hours. I think it's the !podcast command that gets you all the link, Discord, YouTube, stuff like that. So type it out and check it out. And with that being said, Satshime and Dorka, thanks so much for being with us today. Really enjoy the podcast. Hesser, as always, thanks for your help and your amazing commentary.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks.
And chat, thanks for watching. Thanks for non-existent questions this time. And thanks for staying with us for 2 hours as always. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.